Hello guys, in this video I will be showing you how to create a Pong game in Scratch. Pong is it's an arcade, a very old arcade game. I'll play like this. You guys probably know this, it's very known. And uh, yeah, I'll teach you how to make all the variables. You can see the computer AI, that's not anybody else, that's just the computer. Uh, And as you can see, I'm dodging it on purpose. I'm not that bad. The computer's score goes up every time he scores, and the game resets. And yeah, I guess I'll just jump right into it. So I'll go ahead and copy this. And so, what you will need for today, dang it. What you what you will need for today is only three sprites: one player paddle sprite, a CPU paddle sprite, and a ball sprite. I mean, pretty obvious stuff. Background is just completely black. Sorry. Background is completely black. Variables, you want one CPU score and one player score, both for all sprites. But then these two, speed X and speed Y, they're just for this sprite only, for the bald sprite specifically. All these other two don't have it. I guess we should just jump right into coding it. So first we want a when flag. I'm starting the player sprite. We're gonna get a forever loop. And before that, let's actually define our position. So what I like to do for the player sprite, since he's lined up far right, is I'll do x 200, y 0. So on that. So now he's lined up in the middle of the screen, but he is offset all the way to the side. And let's actually do that for the other two sprites. The other one, obviously, since it's on the other side, it's x negative 200, y 0. Let's try that. And then ball, I just like to center it on the screen. Maybe make it 0, 0. Go ahead and 0, 0. Now if we run it, then it's like it's the perfect Pong stage. And now let's just go ahead and go into the player paddle sprite and start working on it. So first we just need player control. We need to be able to move this thing. So we'll create two if statements. And we'll go ahead and do if key up arrow pressed, duplicate that. If key down arrow pressed. For if key up arrow pressed, we just want to go change y by 10 decimal. So let's do 7. And let's do the same thing here except negative 7. So now if we run the game, we now have mobility of our paddle. So now we can move it. So that's that. So I think that's all for the player sprite. That's pretty much it. Let's go back into CP. Okay, one more thing. Uh, we're gonna just reset these CPU score and player score. So why not do it in here? So let's go ahead and set CPU score to 0 and set player score to 0. It's the last thing we're gonna be doing for the sprite. Let's go into the CPU paddle sprite. And actually, let's save that for later. We first need to code up the ball. So, as you know, we have 4 variables. These two are for this sprite only. For it starts like that. So click this right here, the sprite only. And now I can't I can't speak. We'll go ahead to the top and we'll set speed X to -7, and we'll do the same thing with speed Y, -7. Why do we do this? Um, we'll just make it the same speed as the player, so that's not impossible. You could make it faster. I mean, if you want the game to be harder, you could make it faster. I'll just keep it at 7. And let's just go put the forever loop in. And to make our ball move, we're gonna go change X by speed, where's speed X? And we'll go here, change Y. Let's change X still, change Y by speed Y. So I downloaded Scratch add-ons, which gives me the ability to like change the block to similar. I will put the download link to the add-ons in the description if you want it. It's very useful. Back to the video. Um, I lost my train of thought. What was I gonna say? Okay, let's just run the script. As you can see, the Pong ball just continues to move down. I mean, that's what we want right now. So now we'll code in the ability for the ball to switch directions, so it goes in this sort of pattern. So let's go here. Let's go if, and then let's put an or here. And the reason I'm not doing if touching edge because these two are also edges, and we want to do a different thing for the two side edges. But for up and down, let's just do if uh in motion. Let's go. There's this y position block. If y position or no x position. Yeah. If x position is less than negative 239. I do 239 because the far left and far right are negative 240 and positive 240. So I'm just doing less than negative 239 so that if they're at negative 240, which is the left hand side of the screen, then it'll bounce. And for our other part of the OR, we're going to do x position is greater than, I'm still using those scratch add-ons, 239. So if it goes to the far left or far right of the screen, now we'll do set speed y to speed y multiplied by -1. Let's get the speed y variable here. And what this does is it flips it. So if you multiply -7 by -1, that's 7. If you multiply 7 by -1, that's -7. So it just flips the y coordinate, speed y, so that it starts going here and then bounces over here. Let's try that actually. And oop, that didn't work. Why is that? I'm sorry. These need to be y positions, and this needs to be negative 179. This needs to be 179. I'm sorry. I kind of miscalculated which axis it needs to go. Now it should work. Yeah. So I'm sorry. If you need to replay that, you can change the x positions to y positions, and I'm doing less than, greater than, negative 179 and 179. I'm doing this on the run. I'm not doing like any edits or anything. Just doing this on the run. Now that we have that, let's go ahead and add collision with the x axis. So we're, instead of one if statement, we're gonna add two because there's a specific thing I want to do for each one. First, let's check if we're hitting the right hand side of the screen, and the right hand side of the screen is this side, so we'll do a greater than operator. And this is where I use 239. That's where I messed up. So now if x position is greater than 239, then we'll just hold off on that. And now we'll go if x position is less than negative 239, then we'll do something. So basically what we want to do is we want, whichever one it is, we want their score to go up by 1 because they technically scored. And then we want to reset the game. Let's go ahead and make that. We'll create a new block. We'll call it reset game. Just run without screen refresh. You can tick it. I mean, it doesn't really matter. And basically, you want to go over here, and you want to go here to go to 0, 0, set speed X and set speed Y, and you want to put them under reset game. And then you just want to take the reset game block and put it right under when flag click. And that should do nothing. Yeah, that did nothing. But now what this means is we can call this block whenever we want to reset the game. So let's go down here and put that into these two. And now if we run it, every time it hits that edge, the game resets. But nothing is happening to the score. So let's change the score variable by 1 depending on which side it is. So on this one, the first one, this one is when the CPU scores. So let's go ahead and change CPU score by 1. And now on the other one, it's when the player scores. and you're probably never gonna score because the CPU is just really good. By good, I mean it's impossible to defeat. Uh, you'll change player score by 1. Now, if we try this, as you can see, our player score is constantly getting bumped up by 1 every time we score, and that's great. Now, pretty much all we need to do is we need to add collision with the paddles, and we also need to add in the AI for the CPU. Let's add the collision with the paddles. So let's add another if statement, and let's check under here before colliding with the paddles. So let's go here again, or and we'll do touching player paddle and then touching CPU paddle. Then we just want to bounce it off like we did over on this side. So we'll go here and we'll duplicate this. But the thing is, we don't want to just do we don't want to just do it on one axis. So if we do that, bounce, it'll come off. Or if we do this, bounce, and then boom. So we want to do both axes. We'll just change this to speed x by -1. Then we'll duplicate this up here again and just put it down here with just the y. So now if we try that, I mean, it does nothing because paddle system. But we'll change that now. We're pretty much done. We just need to add the AI into the computer paddle, which is very, very simple. We just have to add a forever loop, a set y block, and we're gonna set y to get this backdrop number of stage block, and we'll change this to a ball, and we'll change this to y position. Now if we try this, then we have this game where a CPU just knocks a ball from one end to the other. And that should be it. That should be the end of the tutorial. If you guys found this useful or you liked it, please make sure to subscribe for more tutorials or like the video and like the video. And make sure to just yeah, I guess that's I'm pretty sure that's the end of it. And is it? Yeah, that is. One more thing I told you, if you want to make the speeds higher, like you can make this 8, -8. We try that. Now the ball is going fast. And I kind of like this better because it's harder. Um yeah, I guess that's it. So make sure to like and subscribe for more tutorials, and that should be it. Bye.